The mystery of green plastic bags, from the factory to the threat of microplastics to us and the world. This is a regular green plastic bag you might have just picked up from the market. But what happens if we enlarge it hundreds of times? What I saw under this microscope changed my perspective forever. Thousands of colorful foreign particles, like miniature plastic pollution, lurked in the fibers. Where do they come from? Are we actually bringing home more than just groceries? And why was this green color chosen? Is it simply for beauty? Or is there a hidden agenda? Follow our investigative journey that will take you from noisy production plants to secret laboratories to the land that is sick from bearing our plastic waste for hundreds of years. First, let's decode the color. Green isn't a random choice. In the plastics industry, color is a language. Green, especially dark and rich greens, often act as a finish mask. Recycled plastic, made from melting various used plastics, has a dull, uneven color. By adding a strong dark green pigment, all of these imperfections are masked. But there's another, more surprising function: sun protection. Pigments like pigment green 7 act like a sunscreen for plastic and its contents, absorbing UV radiation that can accelerate damage. So this color protects, but also camouflages. So, how do these microparticles get there? The answer lies in their production process. Let's explore the production process of colored recycled plastic bags. The first is the mysterious raw material, where used plastics like bottles, packaging, and bags are collected, shredded, and washed. But the washing process is never 100% perfect. Residual contaminants and particles from the brittle plastic remain. The second is melting and coloring, where the plastic pieces are melted at extreme temperatures. At this point, green dye, in the form of master batch pellets, is added and stirred. This liquid plastic is now a mixture of various histories: used oil, used fertilizer, and anything else. The third is imperfect birth, or when this liquid is blown and drawn into a thin plastic film. The imperfections of the raw material and microparticles are locked forever within the structure of the new pouch. The pouch is born already carrying a legacy of micropollution from its previous life. Based on this evidence, the recycled material, strong dyes, common use in our green bags is most likely recycled HDP, high-density polyethylene. This type of plastic is strong and resistant to high temperatures, which is why it's chosen. But remember that the clear, virgin HDP used for milk bottles is very different from the colored, recycled HDP used for shopping bags. They're one family, but their security levels are different. This is the most nerve-wracking question. Is he safe? Let's be honest. Wrapping a book? Maybe it's okay. But when it comes to storing fresh vegetables, oily foods, or even hot drinks, this is a danger zone. When plastic comes into contact with food, especially acidic or fatty foods, a process called migration occurs. Microparticles and chemical compounds from dyes can migrate. Imagine, we might be adding unwanted microplastic spice to our dishes. Recent research has even found these particles already in the human bloodstream. The long-term effects are still being studied, but can we afford to take the risk? And here's the real tragedy. When this bag is finally removed, it begins its eternal journey. It's not just a specific part, but the entire body that's the problem. These plastic molecules are so perfectly designed, so stable, that even microbes and natural conditions succumb to them. Their polymer chains are like endless iron chains, impervious to natural digestive enzymes. It takes hundreds of years for it to just break down into smaller pieces, into the microplastics you saw earlier, not disappear. The UV-resistant green dye actually makes it more resistant to weathering. It's an uninvited guest living permanently in our soil. So, can we just surrender? Of course not. The solution is a smarter chain of actions. First, refuse and reduce. Say no need when given a new plastic bag. Bring your own reusable bag. Second, sort and collect. If you must, reuse them repeatedly for dirty purposes, temporary trash bins. Once damaged, wash them thoroughly, dry them, and collect them in a recycling drop box. Dirty and wet plastic is difficult to recycle. Third, choose food-grade ones. To store food, Only use containers marked food grade or glass. Don't use just any shopping bag. Fourth, support innovation. Look for products made from truly compostable bioplastics or chemical recycling technologies that break down plastic down to the molecular level. The stakes aren't just the environment, but our health right on our own plates. So, this green plastic bag is a symbol of a system. A short-term convenience system that pays off with long-term costs. Every time we choose a reusable bag, we're not just reducing waste. This story begins with a simple observation under a microscope and ends up in the palm of our hands every time we shop. Share this video with your loved ones because this knowledge is too important to keep to yourself. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell as we investigate other everyday products that have a mystery behind them. Let us know in the comments what experiences or questions you have about the plastic around you. Let's discuss and find solutions together. I hope this video is useful for you, and I hope we can meet again in more exciting and more thrilling science microscope adventure videos.